It came in this box right here, so I've already ran the entire flushing system. When you do get this in, the first thing you're gonna do is obviously take off all the tape. There is a filter right down here. Go ahead and put your filter in there, and there's all of the breakdown on how to do that. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera there. You're gonna fill up your tank back here and you're gonna put it down in there. I do need to date it. You can see. What I'm gonna do in this video is I'm just gonna go over all of the specs and kind of like what this thing can do, and then I'll show it in action. And I'll do some temperature tests on it because you know what? It is a hot and cold, and who doesn't love their tea and coffee? So we'll go ahead and we'll put this thing to the test. First off, let me get into the specs on this thing. Okay, starting here first with the filter on this. So this filter is a 7-stage filter. It's reverse osmosis filter. It can go up to 528 gallons of use, which they estimate is between 12 and 24 months. These filters right here are replaceable. All you do, I'm not gonna pull it out. So one of the features that I really like about this, you do not have to run water to it. All you do is plug this thing in and add water right back here. By the way, you have to take this off. I'm going to try to slide it out just a little bit so you can look at it. You have to take this tank off right here, which is a 4.7 liter tank, 150 ounces of water. There's a max and a minimum line, and you got a little handle right here. It slides on and off. I can't hold the camera and pull it off, but it's pretty easy to do. And then you can see right here, it tells you do not fill directly into it. Pull it off, because I tell you why. There's a sensor in there that knows when it's out of water and it needs to be reset. So you lift it up, you put it back down, it resets it and lets it know it needs to fill back up. Now this front tank right here, if you guys notice that, this is a 41 ounce, 1.2 liter on the go water right here. Check this out. You just pick this up and it just pours out. You can cook with it. I can add water to the cup right there. Very handy feature. I love that feature. So if you're cooking or something and you need some water, you'll just put that on right there. It's doing the refill. Now it knows that when this gets low, so what it does, it refills it up when you put that back on. That's why it just kicked on. I don't know. It's very quiet, by the way. It's a very quiet running unit. So the temperature gauges on this, say I just want to turn it on, you hit the button once, and then when you hit the button right there, check this out. So I've got my Yeti cup right here. We'll do cold water first. So hit the button, hit cold. You can see it says 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And then just, it's got the little snowflake symbol right there. You got the water symbol right there. You got volume. It can go between 4, 8, 16, 20, and 99. 99 means it's a continuous run. Right now, let's just do 4 ounces because I want to preserve some of my water. This has already been filtered, by the way. So I have a thermal imaging camera right here, and we're just going to test this thing out because it says it's going to be pretty cold. Yeah, it looks like we're about 53, 51 degrees coming out of there, which it says it right there, 51. That thing is spot on. Look at that, everybody. Very impressive on the cold right there. I don't see any issues with that. That's great if you just want to have some cold water on the go. Now, we all know that you can have cold. Let's see how this thing does on hot water. That's what I really want to see. Okay, so I went ahead and emptied out the cold water there. So now we'll go back. Let me show you how to do the hot water. So you've got several temperature settings right there, 55, 77, 113, 49, 185, 203 on that one. Let's go volume on this one because I'll make a cup of coffee or some tea. This is great for tea also. I'm gonna go 203. Now obviously it's gonna get a little cooler when it comes out, but it is all set up. Okay, we have the volume set, we've got the temperature set. Now all you're gonna do is hit that little padlock symbol right there. That goes off, that's the child lock so it doesn't get turned on by accident. Then turn that on. We've got it on 20 ounces. Right now, it looks like we're getting about maybe 185, 190. Now it is getting cooler coming out. Yeah, easily up to 185 degrees on the thermal imaging camera right there. Ain't it cool that it has a little red light? It's got a red light to let you know that it is dropping in. Whoa, that is way hotter than that. I don't know if this temp gauge works well. I would say that's around about 200. I would say somewhere between 90, 185 and 190. That feels about right. Yeah, we're still showing about 186 on that. There it is. There's the 20 ounces. This is a 24 ounce cup. and you could see it perfectly hit 20 ounces. They have this thing spec'd very well on its like amount. Watch it stop right there, 20 ounces. There it is. It's coming to a stop. There it is, 20 ounces, right on the money. I was about to stop it, but this is a 20 ounce cup, not a 24 ounce cup, everybody. So you can see right at the rim, it did exactly 20 because this is a 20 ounce Yeti cup. So that's perfect as far as like the setup on there. Yeah, now you just grab some tea bags, drop some tea bags in there and you're good to go. By the way, the LED display will go out when it's in kind of like a pause mode like that. Yeah, everybody, I think this is a great option for anyone that just needs a on-demand cold and hot water set. You could set it beside your desk. You can put it in a tiny house. And what's great about it, you don't have to run water to it. You just have to have an outlet, plug it in, and you're good to go. This thing is awesome. It can hold my Circle cup in there, can hold my Yeti cups. I just put a little coffee cup in there. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's all I got on the VonWater reverse osmosis hot and cold water filter. See y'all in the next video.